Hello, good morning. I'm Lexi, ED nurse by day, sewer, and history nerd by night. So I'm starting a new series today called Spilling the Medical Tea. It's a new series all about nursing and medical news. So, what's in the news today? Well, an interesting article appeared on my Facebook feed, and I just had to talk about it. I might be a little bit late on the bandwagon, as this happened a little while ago, but it was just so interesting, I just had to talk about it. So a nurse, known as Miranda Hughes, or Hughes, I'm sure you'll all correct me in the comments if I pronounce her name wrong, which I probably am, has been fired from her job and faces the NMC, which is the Nurse and Midwifery Council, because of something she said on live TV. Something stupid, might I add. Now, some of you may have already seen what she did, but let's watch it together, shall we?
Could not handle the emotional stress of not being able to deliver for my patients. When you sign up to be a nurse, you sign up to put the patient at the forefront of everything you do. You are squeezed to a point where you cannot treat people the way you want to treat them. And it eats you up. If you are there to do a job as a compassionate person, there are no resources, and you are told persistently on the news that, care homes are being ring-fenced. It's a lie, and I'm sorry, but if you have voted Conservative, you do not deserve to be resuscitated by the NHS. That is harsh, but I'm looking at these gentlemen, and it makes me so angry. No, of course I would. Of course I would, but it is appalling the way we have been treated. All nurses are back to the thing.
What a stupid woman. Why would you say that on live TV? Like, how stupid can you be? So basically, according to her, a nurse, someone who's meant to preserve and look after life, who you, as a vulnerable patient, or as a relative, who you would entrust her to look after your vulnerable relative, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your child, potentially. So basically, as long as you don't vote for Conservatives, you're fine, is basically what she's saying. How stupid can you be to say this on live TV? Like, oh. This statement alone goes against the Nurses' Code of Conduct. When you enter the Nurses' Register, so when you apply for your PIN, you have to sign and agree to the NMC Code of Conduct. As a nurse, we don't sign a Hippocratic oath like a doctor. We don't have to sign that, which I find very odd. I don't know what it's like in America or any other countries. I'm from the UK, but in the UK we don't have to actually sign a Hippocratic oath. But we do have to agree to this code of conduct. And if you fail to abide by the code of conduct, you have to answer to the NMC. And if you fail to abide by this code of conduct, you can be taken to court. You could lose your PIN. You could even go to jail. And as you saw in this video, she tried to backtrack, saying of course she would resuscitate, but by that point, it was too late. See, the problem is, she's now placed doubt against her practice, her professionalism, and people now question her ability to look after her patients, and I think that is fair. If you say that on live TV, I think anyone would question your practice. If her political views affect her care, what else is she biased against? Race, gender, religion. What's stopping her? As a nurse, we have to give care unbiasedly, regardless of someone's race, religious, gender, political views. Even if they're criminals, we have to give unbiased care. I've given care to criminals that have done horrible things, and I've cared for them with the same level of care, respect and dignity and devotion I do with all my other patients, because that's what you're signed up to do. You give unbiased care. So I give the same dignity, care and respect to a prisoner that I'll give to an elderly lady, because that is what I'm professionally obligated to do, and what I should be doing to every one of my patients. As a nurse, that's what you should be doing. That's what you go into the profession to do, is to care for people and give them good quality, unbiased care, regardless of who and what they are. Now, don't get me wrong, we're all human, we're all entitled to believe what we want, but don't broadcast it on live TV, especially, especially something that's so horrible that you believe people shouldn't be resuscitated. If she wants to believe this, that is fine, but don't say it to people, especially when it could affect your job. If she wants to believe this shit, then fair enough. But don't let it affect your profession. So this video caused, rightly so, a lot of backlash. And she's now lost her job. Shocker. And as I've said, she may also now have to face the NMC. And she may also lose her nursing licence. Because, rightly so, they've questioned her professionalism, and should she even still have her nursing licence, because can you trust her to provide life-saving intervention to someone who is conservative? Because some people proudly announce their political views, and if that's what you wish to do, go for it. I don't proudly announce who I voted for or what my political views are, but some people like to do that. And if you do that with her, is she going to give you good care? Could she potentially harm you? We don't know, but just on this statement alone, you could question that, and you could also question, is she a safe nurse to be around? The GB News actually managed to get an interview from her about the situation, and here's what she had to say.
Let's see if she's up for a chat. Hi Miranda, sorry to bother you. It's Ben from Dan Woodson's show on GB News. If you're up for coming down for 5 minutes for a very quick chat, you said what you said to Jeremy Vine on the Channel 5 show. Do you stand by it? Do you apologise?
The problem yet again, I've opened my mouth. Unfortunately, if you say
she's
something
laughing.
in the video, it seems to be taken and clipped for Twitter and can be manipulated. If the entire clip is seen, I was actually trying to defend nurses.
Can you see why people might believe that what you said is absolutely outrageous, though, that if they feel that they're going to go and get treated by a nurse or go into hospital and they'll have to hide their political leanings?
I've underestimated people's ability to actually understand a joke. And I'm sorry, but if you have voted Conservative...
This is a joke to her? There's no remorse here, is there?
Going back a year, and even your Facebook post, one post you said that Boris Johnson was a murderous scumbag. You called other politicians, see you next Tuesdays, and it's been quite consistent. Are you happy with how you conducted yourself in that manner?
No, I'm not happy with how I've conducted myself. I think, it's very difficult to get your political view, listen to
You've lost your job.
I have lost my job, yeah, and I think that was right of them to do so, because it gave...
Well, at least we agree on that. So I do feel bad, because she started saying how bad nursing has become and how she was struggling to care for her patients. And I feel her pain. I feel it every day I go to work. We work underpaid, we're overworked, and the stress is high. But I would never ever not resuscitate someone because of their political views. Now, I would hope she didn't mean what she said, and it was said in the heat of the moment, or it was taken out of context. But unfortunately, that heat of the moment has now ended her career. But what do you guys think? Should she have lost her job? Should she be given a second chance? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, I will be doing more, so please keep an eye out for that. And thank you very much. And please, stay tuned for more medical tea spilling.